Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 87 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. Last time we finally were back to this story, and I just had to kind of recap on what we were doing last time, which was the practice session with Takafuji. It's still been a while with seeing the name, so not too sure yet. But so we are still currently doing Mashiro's route, and we're still not too sure where exactly we were in the story. I mentioned last time that I enjoyed Mashiro's development of a character. As for Masia's, not so much. It has been up and down for me. But yeah. So last time we finished off the training camps session where we didn't finish it. I think we're still technically busy with it, because this is the moment just after we had realized, Masia has realized, I should say, that Mashiro was faking her match. She had proclaimed that she had won it and that she had wanted some time. But after we had realized that she had faking it and that she had in fact lost, Masia had then gone and tried to find Mashiro. We find Mashiro, and a bit of a dialogue happens between them, both of them. Fully can't remember exactly what they were saying, but the one thing that I felt was, as I mentioned before, Masia's character development was a bit shaky for me during Mashiro's route. I think it was even during Rika's route as well. I'm not too sure. It's been a while. But I did in the beginning enjoy it, where you could see he could start to see something in Mashiro. He wasn't too sure what though. Even just during last episode, you could tell that he wasn't sure why or the reasonings behind certain actions. And then just all of a sudden he says, "Oh, I like Mashiro." I can't remember the exact words he said. Can I not go further? Oh wait, why is it all the way down there? It's weird. Sorry, 1 second. Right, so she actually just asks why you're paying that much attention to me. And he just says it's simple. I love Mashiro. It makes it sound like it was a matter of fact, that he knew all along that that's how he felt. Well, here it also says that he admits to these feelings, and that the answer comes naturally. Maybe I'm just really trying to find something to nitpick at, which I'm not trying to, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so we've gotten to the point where we've gotten the confession scene, which is great. One thing I like to do with visual novels is try and view on how because to me, confession scenes are really important, because it's obviously the start, the true start of the route, in my opinion. But it feels, well, I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's bad per se. So it was alright. I just feel like a little bit more could have been added or changed or done or something. But anyway, there for that for another time, I guess. Anyway, one thing I wanted to mention was this line by Mashiro, which I find quite interesting. Was what kind of guy would go out of his way to choose the 4th best girl around him? There are 3 other pretty cute girls who are better than me in almost every way. Which I find interesting because obviously she's also including Rika. Well, no, does she? 1, 2, 3. So maybe she's not. I don't know, because there's technically 5 girls around. Well, 6. Well, I don't know if you count Satoin-san, but technically 5. If you count Madoka and Rika. Right, so let's not just double check, because maybe I'm forgetting somebody, but no, it's Misaki, Asuka, Mashiro, Rika. So it's 4, and then we also have Madoka. Wait, where's Madoka? 5. There are a few other ones, but in terms of being close around to Masaya, it would be those 5. So her considering herself as the 4th best girl, I wonder who she's excluding in a sense. I mean, in a sense, like I mentioned, she could be excluding Rika, as I would exclude Satoin. They're technically outside of the circle. But yeah, I just find that quite interesting. But yeah, so we've had the confession route now, and and yeah, so don't know why I'm delaying this, but anyway, we're gonna get started. See what Mashiro will say. I'm guessing she means Misaki, Asuka, and Madoka. Yeah, okay. Was one line off.
先輩はきっと同情されているだけです。何もできないかわいそうな子が目の前にいたから、優しい先輩が手を差し伸べているだけのことです。
Look, I'm not just going to sit here and let someone badmouth my crush, even if that someone is you. Let me tell you about her. You won't find anybody who works as hard as she does for the things she cares about. Yep. There's another girl in the same club who works just as hard and really shows it. While the girl I love isn't very open about it and can be a little stubborn, so her hard work always goes unrecognized. I find that quite weird to say because her hard work to be recognized is really he's the one that should be recognizing it, since he's the coach. Like, I can understand like Misaki and Madoka recognizing Asuka's skyrocketing growth, but it's his job to see everybody's potential and growth, so it's weird for him to say that, but okay. You have to pay close attention to notice it. Oh wait, maybe I was misreading that. Okay, or maybe he's saying that everybody else in the club isn't recognizing his thing. But then he should have said that's more like there's always somebody who could recognize her work, her hard work, while others don't see it. I don't know, I think it's just the way I first saw it was a bit off. You have to pay close attention to notice it. I'd reckon that the only 2 people who truly know how much effort she puts in are her mother and her coach. Okay, well, there he says that, but yeah, he didn't really put it that nicely first time. But if you know that, you can't help but love her. You just want to cheer for her with all you've got. You can tell how passionate she is, how much she cares, but she hides her own feelings out of fear that she's just being a bother to people around her. That's why she only cried when she was alone and away from them. Mashiro, I don't want to see you cry like this. I love you. I want you to smile and be happy, and if you'll allow me, I'd like to be next to you. I finished speaking my mind, and in that moment, a gust of wind blows past us. Mashiro still has her back to me. What kind of expression does she have on her face right now? I want to know.
先輩、私も先輩のことが好きです。
You have no idea how happy that makes me feel, Mashiro. I don't know why that line feels a bit off to me. Actually, one thing I've actually been neglecting is this. Yeah, okay, I thought as much. He just says, thank you. Which is also a bit weird, but it's still a lot better than the other one. Come on, this thing sometimes. My scroll wheel is a bit broken, so scrolling up and down is a bit off. Okay. But yeah, this whole long line felt a bit off to me. That's why even the arigato is a bit off, but I would have liked a bit of, oh, so she likes me just as much as I like her, or like a bit of, not surprise or shock, but maybe it's like not gasp as well. It's hard for me to explain how I feel about it. Okay. I saw a dream that night when I went to bed. That was a weird transition then. I would have expected at least a little bit more, especially since we could have gone back to the group and try to play it casual, like, okay, nothing's happened, don't worry about it, or maybe let's talk a little bit more about what's going to happen, or just straight into the night without anything more? Okay. There's nothing particularly special about it. But I was with Mashiro the whole time.
先輩。
She called out to me with a huge smile on her face. Just that alone was enough to fill me with joy. Then, when I woke up that morning, man, I can't believe I'm already having those dreams. I'm embarrassed, terribly so. What is this writing? 俺は自分で自分の that kanji is so common, I can't remember it right now. Okay. Okay, chapter pot? No. Okay.
昨日はさ、なんていうか残念だったみたいだね。
So let's see what she said again.
昨日はさ、なんていうか
How about
残念だったみたい
yesterday?
だね。昨日はさ、
About yesterday, how can I say
残念だったみ
this?
たいだね。
It was quite unfortunate, wasn't it?
残念でした。内容と言動が噛み合ってなくない？ それは
Big blush.
何？いえ、まだ諦めたわけではありませんから。よくわかんないけどさ、ランランとこっちを見るのやめてほしいんだけど。コーチ、コーチ。
Oh, sorry. I meet Mashiro's eyes for a second, which gets me feeling a little giddy. But I have to focus. We're at practice right now. I'm happy about my newfound relationship with Mashiro, but I can't let it get to my head. I'm going to do everything I can to ensure this doesn't impede our progress. For both me and her. That's right. Sorry, that's the right thing to do as a coach. Our club is currently focused on the upcoming fall tournaments, and intend to have my players prepared. Asuka, let's get a nice good day's worth of practice in today.
Hi, Coach.
After practice. Okay, we're done for the day. You're all free to go home.
マサヤさん帰るんですか？でしたら一緒に帰りましょう。
Do you know where Mashiro is?
マシロちゃん？マシロちゃんに何かご用ですか？
She says, Mashiro? Did you need to talk to her about something? Sorry, just said out what this was.
マシロちゃん？マシロちゃんに何かご用ですか？
Do you need anything? Is there something you need from her or something like that? Koyo, how do you say it? Koyo desu is like purpose or reason. I think. I'm pretty sure. Is there even a point in hiding things? No. I read ahead, and wow. Oh no, I just wanted to ask her what she wanted to do. She and I are dating now. Wow. Goyo to yuka. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Oh, what was that? Onegai kana? Ore to Mashiro 付き合いを始めてからな。Okay. I don't think they were this straight with Rika and Rika's route. Oh wow. I was not expecting the straightforwardness. Everyone's there. Okay. That's... I'm sure some of them might be quite confused. She says all. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was just Asuka there, so I thought, okay, sure. But everyone's sure. Answering her. I'm just telling her the truth. I'd rather be honest than lie to them. It feels like the right thing to do. I mean, you weren't lying to them in a sense, you just didn't have to say anything. I'm sure you don't want me lying to them. Sorry, I just need to see... Maybe that is Usotsuka. Okay. You'd probably be a little peeved. I don't like that word. You'd probably be a little irritated if I went home with Asuka, right?
必要以上に仲良く帰ったらそれは持ちますけど。私だって事情や状況を察して不条理に怒ったりはしないんですから。
I know that's why I was going to ask. Do you want me to or not?
たとえ校門まででも一緒に帰ってくれなきゃ嫌です。
Okay, I see they're just being straight open with how they feel. Okay. You can be a real pain in the butt, Mashiro, but that's what makes you so cute. Mashiro wa mendoksa kawaii na. So I think he's saying here that Mashiro is irritatingly cute.
先輩、私、可愛いでごまかされてませんからね。ちゃんとめんどくさいって言われたの、 根に持ちますからね。
I ignore her moody response and raise my head now that we've reached a conclusion.
いやいいよ。話は聞こえなかったけど、雰囲気でなんとなくわかるか
ら。Okay. I straightened my back. I tried to keep our relation from interfering with the club, so don't worry.
無理でしょ。
Yeah, she says moody desho. It's more like not happening. Huh? Why?
だって私が持ち込むもん。ふわふわふわ。こりゃいい汁ネタができたわいって。あ、私も。
私もちょっと言っちゃうかもです。
It's not as how I was expecting to take it. Really, you guys?
というかね、市場持ち込めないようならそんなの本当の恋愛とは言えないよ。
So,
というかね、市場持ち込めないようならそんなの本当の恋愛とは言えないよ。
Yeah, I think what she's trying to say is, if you don't want us to talk about it, then you shouldn't have said anything to begin with about their relationship.
抑えようとしても溢れ出ちゃう何かがね。まあそれがどんなものか具体的にはわからないけど。
I'm going to try my best to draw a reasonable line, okay?
そんな理性食い尽くされちゃいなよ。
This is all one big game to you, isn't it?
ともあれさ、何がどうなってそうなったのかわからないけど、おめでとう。
I think what feels a bit weird to me is, I guess you could call it a breath of fresh air. A lot of the visuals are played that have these close-knit people that are you then get in a relationship with one of them. It feels a majority of the time they either get found out, they find out themselves, or it becomes not really a bad shock, but just a surprise, I should say, that they find out. I think it's just this openness, I should say, to the relationship feels new, but I'm pretty sure I've had other things that are similar to this, but it's probably been a while for me, so. Madoka.
まどか先輩。
何？これって罠？今日ってエイプリルフールだっけ？
It would have been a big prank if it was. Wait, did she say wana?
何？これって罠？今日ってエイプリルフールだっけ？
Instead of prank, it's more like a trap. It's like wana. Why would you even think that?
FC 始めた頃にはさ、思いもよらなかったカップリングだからじゃない？
That was the kind of response I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more of this than what Madoka had first started saying with how, yeah, it's all good and happy and everything like that, but I was expecting a bit more of a surprise factor, specifically because of how we knew how Mashiro was in the beginning towards Masiya.
Misaki 先輩。
そっか。時代は美咲かける真白から真白かけるまさやか。
いえ、私はソフトなのなら美咲かける真白も十分ありだと思います。
いやいや、ひなたくんが受けってとこ否定してくれないと、私はこれからそういう目で見ちゃいそうなんだけど。
Okay, I didn't pick it up in the Japanese, but when they said it in the English, I realized what she was referring to. So I believe, yeah. So the way they tend to do pairings, I believe, specifically in the Fujoshi circle, Fujoshi like groups, communities. I don't know how I can say it properly, but anyway, the people, the like girls who like BL and things like that, they tend to do couplings or pairings with specific characters, and the characters are generally referred to as a top and bottom, obviously referring to that in a sense. And the first name is referring to the top, and the second name is referring to the bottom. So with the first one, which was Misaki x Mashiro, Misaki is referring to herself as the top and Mashiro being the bottom. And then she says, oh, but now it's actually Mashiro x Masiya. So to Misaki, Mashiro is actually the top and Masiya is the bottom. And then what Madoka is referring to is, you aren't denying the way she paired you guys? And the way that what she meant here was, I don't want to imagine Hinata as the bottom. I found that quite interesting. It's good that they had that in English as well, but I think even with some people who don't know that type of thing, probably wouldn't be too sure what she is referring to here. Can you please speak more clearly? I understood none of that. Maeda Nihongo de... Okay, he doesn't understand. Yeah, like I mentioned, majority of this type of speech was more common along female otaku, which people generally refer to as Fujoshi. What was the translation for Fujoshi again? I remember there was a literal one that people were using. It's not translating it correctly. But yeah, just a general translation for it is woman who likes comics depicting male homosexual love. Yeah, yaoi. Anyway, yeah. So I can understand why he wouldn't understand that, because obviously he's not knowledgeable about all this. I understand that because I've been in this visual novel, anime manga thing for years now, so I pick up on it.
私はまあ正直ここ最近はどうなるもんかなーって見てたけど。
Yeah, so she says she's about how things have been happening. I think she was referring. I think the way she is referring to it here is more like how I felt it as well, where we understood how Mashiro felt, but we didn't know how Masiya felt properly. So things were going a bit unsure. And then just 180'd. Well, actually more like 90'd, because there was a bit of there.
Masaya.
Misaki beckons me over, then whispers in a hushed voice.
Mashiro, kawaii desho?
That was quite low for me.
Mashiro, kawaii desho?
Kawaii jo or kawaii desho? Oh, desho, okay. Mashiro's cute, isn't she? Yeah, okay, perfect. I have no idea how you managed to reject her advances all this time.
私ガチじゃないもん。マシロンもそうだけどね。私が相手にしなかったから自分から深みに入ってって戻れなくなっただけで。
Ah. Thanks for telling me that.
マサヤは私にもっと感謝することがあるよ。
There's more?
ずっと延々私が出れなかったおかげで、あの子かなーり愛に飢えてるはずだからね。
I did see a bit of that when we were talking about if he can walk with Asuka. Did see a bit of jealousy in there.
何年ものの孤独分、多分ものすっごく甘えてくるよ。先輩、チュキチュキって。
That's seriously mean. Really? Misaki wa... There's so many kanji I'd love to recognize.
嬉しいの？嬉しくないの？
Would you like that? Would you like that? Oh wait, are you happy or you're not happy? I think is what she's saying.
嬉しいの？嬉しくないの？
Are you happy or you're not happy? Honestly, I'm not sure I'd be able to stay sane. She's just so damn cute, you know?
よし。私の分まで大事にしないとぶん殴るから。
You really have no right to do that. Misaki goes back to where she was after saying all that.
何の話をされてたんですか？
She asks me, seeming somewhat concerned. We decided to formulate the Mashiro-tan agreement. It dictates which half of you goes to who. I have your left half, Misaki has your right.
本当に何の話ですか？
she was saying,
本当に何の話ですか？
really, what were you talking about?
私からもお祝いいいですか？
I'm questioning things a bit off, but I'm sure. Of course. Why does this turn into some sort of celebrity thing?
アスカ先輩。なんだかちょっと急展開すぎてびっくりしましたけど。いえ、ごめんなさい。まずは、おめでとうございます。ですよね。
Thanks. I never really thought about it until now, but back when I first met Asuka, I was probably... What is he talking about now all of a sudden? Probably attracted to her. Her endless optimism and honest attitude drew me in. Being around her was similar to looking up at a beautiful blue sky. But above all, she was the one who taught me to love the sky again. I'm trying to recall that. He didn't really, right? I feel like it was more... I don't know why, it just feels like this is not right. I don't know, anyway.
マサヤさん？先輩。
It's nothing. I fall silent, unable to think of what to say. Mashiro gently grabbed the hem of my uniform, so I placed my hand over hers. Just that simple action from her makes me so indescribably happy. I know what I have to do. I'll return what the sky gave to me. I'll let it go like a balloon. I no longer have any regrets. It's a bit too early to say that because I'm sure he still has a lot regarding his flying circus days, but sure. Thank you, Asuka. I pour all my gratitude into those words. Mashiro beside me also bows, deep enough that her hair touches the ground. I mean, she does have long hair. Oh, they both do, but yeah. Asuka just smiles like she usually does and says,
Hi.
That one word.
はいはい。それじゃあ新郎新婦は退場ということで。
We never got married.
あ、ちょっと待って。お尻に缶がジャラジャラついた紐をくくりつけるから。
So yeah, that again for the Japanese.
あ、ちょっと待って。お尻に缶がジャラジャラついた紐をくくりつけるから。
I just wanted to make sure that was correct because obviously I'm pretty sure it's more of a Western thing for the cans and such to tie behind vehicles when for married people. So I wasn't too sure if that was correct with the Japanese side because I wasn't too sure if they know about that custom, but I guess they do. That's what you do for wedding cars, not people. Come on, Mashiro, let's get out of here. Mashiro gives them a quick bow. And then after that, we take off.
はい、もういいよ、アスカちゃん。
Huh.
何がですか？
ベタだけど、我慢しなくってさ。
我慢ですか？ 別に。あれ？あれれ？
Huh, interesting. I don't think we saw this side of her in oh right, no, she was injured and we weren't able to spend as much time with her, so probably wasn't able to get closer to Mashiro. Interesting.
受け答え。最後の「はい」とかなんかおかしくなってたもんね。
私、本当に良かったなって思ってるんですよ。それなのにどうして。
わかるわかる。そういうのリポンでよく見た。
漫画じゃん。
違います。私、仲良し派です。
I wonder if this is any references. I don't recognize it.
論点はそこじゃない。
まあさ、アスカちゃん、今日も飲みに行こう。
Let's go knock some drinks is a bit weird, but let's go drinking.
今日も？
Again, I didn't even pick that up again. Drink back, drink some drinks. Great. Kill more. Oh, hold on.
まあさ、アスカちゃん、今日も飲みに行こう。
Kill more, yeah. Today again.
こないだは炭酸ジュースに炭酸水混ぜたのをグラスに注がれました。あれ、口が痛いから嫌です。
いいじゃん、思いっきり泣けるよ。
私はうどんが食べたいな。あ、そうだ。どっか行くなら真っ白うどんにしない？
鬼だ。ただの本物の鬼だ。
Interesting. You're pretty silent back there, Mashiro. Might be a bit early today. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna leave it here for today for next time. There's a couple of interesting moments during their talks, during this episode, I should say. I gotta say the most interesting one was about Asuka. I can't recall seeing that type of reaction during Rika's route. Oh, of course, it has been some time. So I believe the route order I was going for was Rika, Mashiro, Misaki, Asuka. Because of course I believe Asuka to be the main heroine. I can never pronounce that correctly. So I normally prefer to have them last. Just because it feels like a good send-off for the series. And now with just this now, it makes me feel more wanting to see what her route has to offer. Of course, I'm still quite interested in Misaki's route because I feel like there's so much hidden potential in the back there. I'm not sure what we can really expect going forward with this route. We still have the autumn tournaments, but we've got the confession out the way. I'm expecting 2 H scenes, one possibly going to be after the autumn fall or the finisher, and one should be soon-ish, I believe. But other than that, I'm not too sure what is going to... I guess we might get to see a bit more of the interaction between Mashiro and... Was it Arika? I think it was? Or Koze, yeah. I think it was Arika. Because they are technically still friends, Arika and Mashiro. Alright, I remember what also bothered me last time was how Rika and Masaya were talking at the gates at the training camp, and how he wasn't too sure who it could be that's who and in the club that Mashiro could like. To me that felt weird as well, because at that point in time he should already know according to him, he should know how he feels with Mashiro. So I would have given him a little bit of benefit of doubt of saying, oh, it could have been me, but he didn't consider that, which was a bit weird. Anyway, that was just some side thing I just remember now. Regarding the interaction between the club members and how they are dating now, it was interesting. I've always liked Madoka. Madoka's always got interesting stories and words used, and I also liked the funny moments with the pairing and such they had between Misaki, Madoka, and Masaya. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not quite sure what to say now. It's more... It feels like a lot has happened, but technically not too much. So... I wonder how... So I know the next thing is the Autumn Fall. Not sure how long till the Autumn Fall tournament. But I believe we might see like a few training sessions with Misaki and... No, sorry, not Misaki. Mashiro and Masaya. A lot of M's. And see their interaction during the training. Because obviously you'll probably see a lot more... Actually, I wonder if they'll change the training. Because I know Masaya has been training Asuka a lot, whereas Misaki has been the one training Mashiro. So I wonder if they're going to shift it now. But of course he wouldn't want that. He just said just now that he doesn't want it to impact the training or the club itself. And of course Madoka said not happening. So there's a chance where he might want to still train Asuka, but like Madoka and Asuka might say, no, don't worry about me, train Mashiro instead, type of thing. I could see that happening. But I wonder if there's any dramatic moments that are going to happen still. The way I feel about a lot of Roots and visual novels is there's a hidden, or not hidden, but there's a backstory that later on gets revealed and then something dramatic happens. And 90% of the time, it's not a happy moment. Something either is going to happen or cause something to happen, and not everyone's going to be happy until we resolve that problem, and then everyone's going to be happy. So I feel like that might be the Autumn Fall tournaments. But I think it's going to be a bracket style, so if you lose once you're out. I believe. I don't think it's double elimination. Because if it's a single elimination, then it's going to be a fleeting dramatic moment, which wouldn't be as impactful. For example, with Rika's route, there was that dramatic moments with, what was her name? Kasumi, where Kasumi had done that whole thing at the training camp. That was a dramatic moment. And after effects were also quite dramatic. And it lasted for quite some time, that moment, until the final race and such, when the drama was resolved. But for here, I can't see anything. I can't think of anything that would be as impactful as Rika's route. Because I can only see because if it was a double elimination tournament, like let's say she unfortunately loses the first or second round, but because it's double elimination, you can go through the losers brackets and then fight your way back to the finals to get your revenge, your payback on. I don't even know who her rival would be. Like, we know Rika is one, but I wouldn't consider her strong compared to some of the other strong players. Like, was it Saki? Irina was one. No, not Saki, sorry. No, well, Saki is one as well, but Ganek was another. But apart from them, the only other thing I can think of is maybe Misaki comes back, but again, I don't know, I don't see it. So in terms of rivals, I don't really see anybody that could be considered as Mashiro's rival, except for maybe SunaeVN as well. But because I believe, who was it? I think it was Asuka, no, was it Saki? I can't remember the Russian, the silverhead. If it was either Saki or Irina, I feel like it was Inui Saki. I think she was, she's possibly Misaki's rival. Where, no, I don't know. Ah, well, I'll leave it for another time, I guess. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this. We'll see how everything goes later on. But for now, that'll be it. I'll see you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.